This conference will now be recorded.
All right, good afternoon, and welcome to the Clear Lines training session. I am your host, Kipp Cohen. It is Thursday, the 13th of June, 2019. Here for the next 60 minutes to review the Clear Lines indicator running on the Medved Trader platform. This is a recorded session and will be posted later to our YouTube page, to the equity-alerts.com YouTube page. You can get to that by going to equity-alerts.com and clicking on the YouTube link at the top of any one of our pages. This is a twice-weekly evening session, every Tuesday and Thursday, 3 o'clock Eastern. Although next week, no sessions next week. All right, don't forget, no sessions. If you have a question for me, you can submit that through the GoToMeeting player, or you can email me at kip@equity-alerts.com, or you can call me, or whatever. Text me, message me, Facebook me, Skype me. Anyway, so let's see. Today, what are we going to cover today? Let's discuss how to build a layout I'm going to go to the layout library. I'm actually going to start with an initial layout that comes from Medved. And then I'm going to kind of take that and customize it into my own layout. Okay, so Medved, the platform, is modular. So all these windows, they move. You can make changes. You can close windows you don't want. Like if I don't need the news window, I can close that. If I don't want to follow level 2 or raw data, I can close that. There are two core types of charts. There's a historical chart, which would be our daily, our weekly, and our monthly, which you can see here. And there is a intraday chart, which is our minutes. There are also different types of portfolios and watch lists. Portfolios allow you to list stocks that you are currently in. You can add them in. Watch list is just basically going to be a list of stock symbols. You can look at them in many different formats. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to close this watch list. So basically I'm down to 2 charts and a dashboard. You need the dashboard. The dashboard is how you access different components of the software. So if I want to create a new portfolio or watch list, let's create a new watch list. Okay. And I like to use the tile simple 2 layout. I don't want to use the standard grid. So we have it's new watch list. You click on hold on, let me go back. You click on this little icon that looks like a pencil with a piece of paper where it says edit portfolios. So that'll take us to our new watch list, and we'll rename this one Kipp's list. And then, whoops, to add stocks to that list, you can start typing or you can copy and paste. So if I have a list somewhere, and let's say I have written down or on a spreadsheet, or I can just start typing. However I want to do it, copy, paste, or type. Amazon, hold on, let's do Apple, and you just have to put a space in between. You don't have to put commas. Baba, Baidu, Facebook, Netflix, Nvidia, Tesla. All right. And then we'll click OK. And what happens is that will populate this list. So I can either work off it by itself, like this. I can expand it. I can also add the indexes to this. There's an index panel. If I want it at the top of my watch list, I can put it at the top, or I can create a separate panel just for the indexes. Again, it just depends on how you want to see it, how you want to view it. Under indexes, I can select which indexes I want to view. So like if I don't want ticker trend, I can remove those. And then now I can adjust the size of my window. As I add more stock symbols, then I will get a scroll bar. And again, I can either have this as 2 separate windows or I can have it as 1 window. Typically, I have it as 2 separate because of space on my screen. But I'm going to create something a little different today, so we're just going to roll with the punches for now. We're going to go with that up in the upper left corner. Hold on. Let's add one more. Let's add the NASDAQ 100. Okay. Trying to figure out how it's going to make it look right. Do I need I don't really need the NASDAQ 100. I think I'm okay with what I have. Okay. Just like this. Okay, so the next step is to take my 2 charts and then decide how I want to lay them out. So I'm going to lay out my intraday chart next to my historical chart. And then I'm going to adjust what I see on the chart. So I'm going to go to 100 bars here and 50 bars here. I could do 100. And then I need to go to my indicators. So we want our clear lines. I want my volume above, so I'm going to move that up here. So this has Bollinger Bands and clear lines. I'm going to turn off for now. Actually, I'm going to take away Bollinger Bands. All right. And then on this chart, I'm going to do the same thing. Main, indicators. And so again, I just have now two charts. This is historical. This is intraday. Now, let's say we want to add what do we want to add? News? We can pop a little news window up. For those of you that are news hounds. Now we have a news window. And then let's add a couple more charts. So we can do different minutes. So if I want to do, let's do a 5-minute up here. And then let's do main. Let's see, no, templates. No, main, new chart, same as this chart. So I want another chart just like that. All right, that's going to be our 1 minute. And then main, new chart, same as this chart. That's going to be a 3 minute. So I have 1, 3, 5, and then the historical chart. So now I have basically 4 different time frames for one stock. And I need to link these together so that when I click on a stock over here, it loads over there. So I need to use the linking tool. We'll pick blue. So we need to go blue. Whoops. Oh, there it is. Blue. Come on. Blue. Blue. So now they're all linked together. So when I click here, it'll change it on all of those windows. Okay. So next, I need to add some additional indicators. So I like to use daily pivots, main, indicator. That would be pivot points. I also like to use the DMARC pivots and the Fibonacci pivots. And if I want to add those to all the charts, I can click Sync Indicators on all the charts, and it'll sync it on all the other charts. So now I have all those indicators on each of the charts. Now, I also need on one of my windows, and I only need it really on one, I need quotes. I want to see quotes. So it doesn't matter which one, I just pick one, show quotes, and then this window up here opens, and I can select, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I'll select additionally open, high, low, volume. So this is the quote data currently for Apple, the bid ask, the change, the volume, the open, high, low. And then this is interval data. As I scroll my mouse across different intervals, it's the open, high, low, close, and volume for each interval. So this box, as I change charts, will appear on that chart. I can move that window wherever I want. Okay. And this one is stationary on whichever window I set it to. And you can set this on each window or just one window. Since they're all the same charts, they're all the same stock, you don't really need to see all this data on every window. What you do need to see is the interval data, if that's important to you. Now, I do also want to add volume weighted average price, but I'm only going to add that to one chart. That's the VWAP. And I'm only going to add it to my 5-minute because that's really the only one. I just need to see it on one chart. I'm going to change the color because I don't like that. I'm going to thicken that line up a little bit. So now I have volume weighted average price. I have my different pivots. I have news, and I have my watch list. So the next step, which is always important, is once you've built a layout, is to name it and save it. So I need to save this layout, and I'm going to call it 4 charts, 4 charts with news. Four charts with news. Let me say that again since I made a little adjustment. 4 charts with news. Yes. Now I can turn on my candles if I want to turn those back on. I like to use candles because the clear lines are buying and selling momentum or buying and selling pressure. They are not price charts. So the candle shows me where the price actually goes to. The historical charts, the day, week, and month, I just want to see the red and green lines. I'm not as worried about seeing the price. I want to see the trend. So these are my trend charts, and then my intraday activity or action. So let's say I have a list of stocks, and I'm going to go pull up a list that I had from elsewhere from this morning. This is my popper dropper watch list from this morning. I'm just going to copy it from another window. So if I have a list, I can go up here. I can put my mouse right there, hit Control V, and it pastes all those symbols onto my screen, and then click OK. And now see how I have a much bigger list. I'm actually on this chart, I'm going to go never. I don't, no, I'll do current day. View current day. I think I'll go view never. And here I'm going to do view always. Okay. Because that's going to give me a little bit of different pivot points. So let me again file, save layout, or charts with news. So now we have created basically a layout from a blank slate, so to speak. Now, let me see something. Actually, now those windows are all exactly the same. Wow, save layout. Anytime you change something on a chart, you need to make sure you resave it. Because if you accidentally lose a window, if you accidentally close a window and you're like, oh, I can't get that back, you can always go File, Load Layout for Charts with News, and then boom, it brings it right back. Now, one thing you'll notice, it accidentally switched my, there we go. I don't know, sometimes it does that. Save. Okay. Now, if I want to drop this a little bit smaller and extend this down a little bit further, I can do that as well. Again, File, Save Layout. There we go. Any questions so far of what we've done? Now, if I want to change out this window because I want maybe account data or something else, I can change out that window. If I want to trade on my charts, I can make sure you got to enable chart trading. Enable chart trading. Enable chart trading. Enable chart trading. All right. And then if I want to view, hold on, let's go this way. If I want to put my account view window, I could set my account view window over here. We can, let's shrink that news window down. So now we've added our account view. So we can see our account, transactions, any positions we're in. All right, so I like this. File, save layout. All right, so again, you make modifications and then resave. That's a pretty clean little layout. Um, let's add on our 3-minute. I do like 3-minute Bollingers. So indicators, Bollinger Bands. So we've added that on. Now it should save, but I'm still going to save layout just to be safe. There we go. Let's see. Okay, I like that a little bit better. File, save layout, or charts with news. All right, so I'm getting comfortable building my layout. Can I show you guys anything specific? Anything you want me to do custom wise? All right, well let's see if we can find something moving around. Maybe for an afternoon opportunity. So we set up a layout. Now let's look at trading. But here's an interesting one. Mallinckrodt. Up near highs of the day. Up at resistance 3. Top of the band. It's a downtrending stock. Month, week, pretty much day. So overall, it's a downtrending stock. Having a good day. Let's see if there's any news. Looks like they had some positive drug news. That's why it's up today. So we're starting to get, we got our first arrow on the 1 minute. Oh, came and it went. Let's also draw Fibonacci levels. I'm going to go to a 15-minute time frame. I'm going to draw the first 15-minute fib level. Go back to the 5-minute. So we're actually up right up underneath the 127 of the first 15-minute level. Again, we're just being patient. Waiting. So the 1 minute's curled back down. We're watching now on the 3-minute. All right. May not get the opportunity here with MNK. I mean, it's tough with less than 30 minutes to go on the trading day. Might be a good idea to look for something else. This thing's kind of just dead. Any suggestions from any of you guys? Any stocks you'd like me to look at? Hmm. Wow, Tyson gave it all up. He's trying to bounce off lows. DO's near highs. A lot of stocks are just chopping. Hmm. All right, Devon looks interesting. You got a triple top. You got a lot of tops. We're at Fibonacci resistance. There's our first 15 minute. Hold on. Yeah. Or right at the 127 of the first 15 minute. Yeah, 1 minute, 3 minute arrows, 5 minute just rolling down. Let's get an order staged here. Basically just means we're getting it ready. You guys cannot hear me? Who can and cannot hear me? Who can hear me? Guess a couple of people just lost sound. Club Metro, can you hear me? Can you hear me now, Mike? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see the message thing didn't scroll. All right, you can hear me. All right, good. All right, so Devon's starting to roll over. 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute red arrows. So we have a pretty good confirmation. It's a downtrending stock. Now we need to put our target and stop in. So let's see, where's the VWAP? 2578. That's also right at the 786 and it's R1. So I'm going to buy 2578 and then I'm going to put a stop at 2608. So I'm risking 10 to make 20, basically 1 to 2 risk to reward. My target's at the volume weighted average price and the 786 and R1. So we have confluence right here of these 3 different levels. So there's a high probability that it will come down and test those 3 levels. I think I'm going to add VWAP to this chart too. There we go. I can see it on both charts. Okay. I don't need to see my trades on this chart. Okay. I don't like to use chart trading on a historical chart, just on intraday. All right, so we need to also show trading position P&L. Trading position P&L. Trading, trade settings, position P&L. There we go. All right, let's save our layout again. So I don't really know if I need the news. I'm not a news person. I could use that spot for something else. Let's do this. I'm gonna close that down. I'm gonna move this chart here. We're gonna redeploy or redo this layout. All right. One, three. Actually, that's supposed to be a 5 minute. I'm going to roll that off. You won't be able to see it, but I've rolled off the 5 minute off my screen onto another window. Show. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add another set of charts. Except so I'm going to duplicate this one, main, new chart, same as this. I'm going to go right here, and then I'm going to do the same thing, main, new chart, same as this. And the one you can't see, new chart, whoops, main, new chart, same as this. So now, let me make another adjustment. These will not be tied in with those. Green. Those will be green. Come on. Okay, so now if I push here, I need this one to be in with the bottom row. Okay, so the bottom row is independent now. It is not connected with the upper row. The upper row is tied to this watch list. The bottom row is independent. So now that I've modified the layout again, I can save it as File, Save Layout. And now this is 7 chart layout. So now I have a new layout. So the point I'm trying to just share with you guys is the platform is very easy to create different layouts and kind of customize it depending on your personal preference and your trade style. And literally there are endless possibilities of building custom layouts. Just depends on what's important to you. I like to be able to watch 2 stocks at once, and I like to be able to watch a couple different time frames. I'm pretty set on the 1, 3, and 5. Those are the ones I typically use intraday. But it's nice that I threw in this historical chart so I can kind of look at the day, week, or month of whatever's on that bottom row. I could add another one of those and make it for the top row, but I don't think it's that necessary. So as we get kind of near the close of the day, obviously we really didn't have a lot of time for Devin to do a whole lot. And the market's not really doing much either. So, I can flatten the trade by using the flatten button. It's kind of like the emergency get me out button. Closes the position. And then we're done. We're out. All right, any questions? Any other questions? If you are interested in learning more about clear lines, or you have specific questions for me, please email me, kipp@equity-alerts.com. You're also welcome to call or text me at 972-841-8886 with any questions you might have. If you want to subscribe to Clear Lines, you can just go to this link right here, equity-alerts.com/clear-lines.asp. And that's if you go here and go to Clear Lines, that'll take you to this page, and there's information on getting signed up. Be happy to answer any of those questions. Again, this is a recorded session. You can go to our YouTube page by clicking the YouTube link at the top of the page, and we'll have this up here in a little bit. You can rewatch it if you so desire. And again, I will not be here next week. I'm out of the country on vacation, so there will not be any training sessions. If you are a current customer that needs assistance, just email me, and I will be checking emails remotely. We'll try to remote in if there's something I can help you with. If not, if you can wait till the next week, please wait. Or if you need assistance with Medved platform, you can just send an email to support@medvedtrader.com, and they will be very happy to help you out. I want to thank you guys for being here today, and have a great rest of your day. And I will see a couple of you guys. I'll see tomorrow. The rest of y'all, I will see you a week from Tuesday, and hopefully you'll be back. Again, thank you for tuning in, and that's it for today. Good night, all.